Today we're going to be talking about homicide, murder, defined, first degree murder, second degree murder, capital murder, lesser included offenses. We're going to be 97.319 and 97.321, which is going to be the penalties for these. Alright, let's get started. 97.319, 1. The killing of a human being without the authority of law by any means or any manner shall be murder in the following cases. 1A. When done with deliberate design to effect the death of the person killed or any human being shall be first degree murder. 1B. When done in the commission of an act immensely dangerous to others and evincing a depraved heart regardless of human life, although without any premeditated design to effect the death of any particular individual shall be second degree murder. 1C. When done without any design to effect death by any person engaged in the commission of any felony other than rape, kidnapping, burglary, arson, robbery, sexual battery, unnatural intercourse with any child under the age of 12, unconsensual unnatural intercourse with mankind, or felonious abuse and or battery of a child, violation subsection 2 of section 97.539, and any attempt to commit such felonies shall be first degree murder. 1D. When done with deliberate design to effect the death of an unborn child shall be first degree murder. Subsection 2. The killing of human being without the authority of law by any means or in any manner shall be capital murder in the following cases. 2A. Murder which is perpetrated by killing a peace officer or fireman while such officer or fireman is acting in his official capacity or by reason of any act performed in his official capacity and with knowledge that the victim was a peace officer or fireman. For purposes of this paragraph, the term peace officer means any state or federal law enforcement officer, including but not limited to a federal park ranger, the sheriff or a police officer of a city or town, a conservation officer, a parole officer, a judge, senior status judge, special judge, district attorney, legal assistant to a district attorney, county prosecuting attorney, or any other court official, an agent of the Alcohol Beverage Control Division of the Department of Revenue, an agent of the Bureau of Narcotics, personnel of the Mississippi Highway Patrol, and the employees of the Department of Correction who are designated as peace officers by the Commissioner of Corrections pursuant to section 47.554, and the superintendent and his deputies, guards, officers, and other employees of the Mississippi State Penitentiary. 2B. Murder which is perpetrated by a person who is under sentence of life imprisonment. 2C. Murder which is perpetrated by use of detonation of a bomb or explosive device. 2D. Murder which is perpetrated by any person who has been offered or has received anything of value for committing the murder, or all parties to such a murder are guilty as principals. 2E. When done with or without any design to effect death by any person engaged in the commission of the crime of rape, burglary, kidnapping, arson, robbery, sexual battery, unnatural intercourse with any child under the age of 12, or non-consensual unnatural intercourse with mankind, or in any attempt to commit such felonies. 2F. When done with or without any design to effect death by any person engaged in the commission of the crime of felonious abuse and or battery of a child in violation of subsection 2 of section 97.539, or an attempt to commit such felonies. 2G. Murder which is perpetrated on educational property as defined in subsection 97.3717. 2H. Murder which is perpetrated by the killing of any elected official or a county, municipal, state, or federal government with knowledge that the victim was such public official. 2I. Murder of 3 or more persons who are killed incident to one act, scheme, course of conduct, or criminal episode. 2J. Murder of more than 3 persons within a 3-year period. 2K. Murder which is perpetrated by the killing of a person who is or would be a witness for the state or federal government in a criminal trial, is a confidential informant for any agency of the state or federal government, or any other person who is cooperating with or assisting the state or federal government, or was suspected of cooperation or assistance to the state or federal government. The motive for the killing was either the person's status as a witness, potential witness, or informant, or was to prevent the cooperation or assistance to the prosecution. It shall not be a defense to a killing under the subsection that the defendant erroneously is suspected or believed the victim to have cooperated or assisted the state or federal government. 3. An indictment for murder or capital murder shall serve as notice to the defendant that the indictment may include any and all lesser included offenses thereof, including but not limited to manslaughter. 97-321, homicide. Penalties for first or second degree murder or capital murder. Subsection 1. Every person who shall be convicted of first degree murder shall be sentenced by the court to imprisonment for life in the custody of the Department of Corrections. Subsection 2. Every person shall be convicted of second-degree murder shall be imprisoned for life in the custody of the Department of Corrections if the punishment is so fixed by the jury in its verdict after a separate sentencing procedure. If the jury fails to agree on fixing the penalty of imprisonment for life, the court shall fix the penalty at not less than 20 nor more than 40 years in the custody of the Department of Correction. Subsection 3. Every person shall be convicted of capital murder shall be sentenced to death, to imprisonment life, state penitentiary, without parole. Subsection 3. Every person who shall be convicted of capital murder shall be sentenced to A, to death, B, to imprisonment of life in the state penitentiary without parole, or C, to imprisonment for life in the state penitentiary without the eligibility of parole that's provided in section 47.731F. Hit the like button, subscribe. Let's keep this going. Let's learn more. If you like them, comment. Let's see what you want to hear. You got questions for me, comment them. I'll do if I get enough questions, I'll do a video. Come back next week, Monday, 3 p.m. There'll be another video posted.